Now, my father was a farmer in Braintree, Massachusetts. Made his living growing crops. That's all he did. Not to be confused with Sam Adams. Remember Sam Adams? His father, we were cousins, Sam Adams and I. Sam Adams' father was a big commercial trader in Boston. My father was just a lowly farmer in Braintree, Massachusetts, an area that's about 18 miles outside of Boston. And when I was 16, he sold several acres of his farm so that he could raise the money to pay my tuition to attend the local community college called Harvard. And my father wanted me to become a minister. Indeed, most of my college class went on to become clergymen, but when I graduated, I told my father that I wanted to become a lawyer, which was a profession considered several tiers below that of a minister. Even then. And my father and I argued about this career choice, and we finally compromised that I would become a school teacher in Worcester, Massachusetts for 2 years, while I thought over my desire to become a lawyer. Now, you all must admit that staying in Worcester, Massachusetts for any time at all, let alone 2 years, is not a very pleasant thing to do. Is anyone in the audience from Worcester, Massachusetts? Right there? Right here? Well, I'm glad you got out. Now, after 2 years of teaching school, and much to my father's disappointment, I started reading the law with an attorney in Worcester, which was the way you became a member of the bar in the colony of Massachusetts. And I finally set up my own law office at my home in Braintree, Massachusetts. And after several years, I moved my growing practice to Boston, which was a big city then with a population of 15,000 people. The group that I spoke to last month told me that now Boston has a population of 15,000 lawyers. But luckily not while I was there. My proudest moment at the Continental Congress was to chair the committee that wrote the Declaration of Independence. Well, actually, Thomas Jefferson wrote most of it, but Benjamin Franklin and I commented on a few matters and gave our suggestions here and there. So, for instance, when Thomas Jefferson wrote that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, amongst them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, I had to object. I said to Franklin, happiness is a mere emotion. It's not a positive good or a virtue. How will people know what happiness is unless we define it in the text? I asked Franklin. Well, Franklin just laughed. The way he always laughed when he disagreed with me. He was a very annoying man. He said, John, let's leave Jefferson's language the way it is. Because outside of Massachusetts, everyone knows what happiness is.